host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes. And all those people and businesses that support those teen athletes. Coffee. I mean, really, what's up? Do you need a lozenge or what?
The show just chokes me up.
There you go.
I am so emotional every time we do these shows.
Exactly.
It's just incredible.
How you doing, Dr. D?
I'm doing pretty good. Are we really hurtling towards the end of this? Just unbelievable.
I don't know.
Just start the show.
I know. Seriously.
And it's over.
I know, right?
Well, it's not really because we just started.
How are you?
But I love the phrase that you use at the beginning of usually the last segment or maybe the second to last. We're X number of minutes in and you're late.
I know. And that's right?
So you got to get here on time.
That's it.
And what are the times, by the way, Erica?
Oh my!
What are the times, Erica?
We're on 4 times a week.
Yes, we are.
And it's like we're spread out over those 4 days.
See, I thought I'd get you this time.
Exactly right.
I thought I'd get you this time.
Because I always pass that over.
I know.
Terry Cooper.
Oh, please.
Energy, she knows where we're at.
Pass it back. Pass the football.
Let's see. Where do we throw the frisbee on this one? I happen to know personally that we're on at 3 a.m. because with advancing age and insomnia, it's now my go-to show.
That's
with
right.
pie?
I know, with pie.
With a piece of, no, the doctor took one look at the white, I don't even know how to say that.
White blood count?
What is that thing you stand on that depresses
Scale?
you? The scale. Yes. That was it.
I jumped on it a year ago and it said, get off. Okay? Right. And then I lost 68 pounds.
Hey,
what do you say to that? What do you say to right here?
At least it didn't say tilt.
Yeah, right?
And I found them.
And you found them.
She lost them and I found them.
Yeah, no, you look great. You inspired me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you did. You started it.
I did.
You did, my queen.
Did. Thank
You
you.
did this.
That's it, my queen.
My queen.
She
She's
said,
in
hey, Chunky, join me.
That's right. Absolutely.
That's it. Well, we would like to read this.
Oh, your nails are so beautiful.
Thank you. It's chrome.
Is it paint?
It is. It's chrome.
Oh my God, she's going to turn into a
No, it's not
paint.
paint. No, they call it chrome.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been out for like a year.
She's going to look like that character from Terminator, the silver guy.
Yeah. We were like touching, and now we don't touch because we both got so skinny.
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we can fit somebody between us. We can fit a
Your chairs are in
child.
exactly the same spot,
We can fit a
but you
small
don't touch.
child between us.
Last week, I saw daylight between my thighs.
Whoa, my Lord.
Now, that is the first.
Oh, we got a big clap there from Alexandria. I don't even know names.
There is a certain element of TMI in there, you know.
When you lose a lot of weight, you lose
Of course,
synapses.
what else is new?
You lose synapses. But she knows about the brain because she's really smart.
Oh, yeah. I just know everything.
You do. You're really smart. She's going to Harvard. Maybe not. But somebody in this room thinks she says Princeton, right? No, Yale. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Princeton.
Yeah.
No, she says Princeton
No, I
all
said
day.
Princeton.
Yeah, you did. Well, we'll
But
see.
what do I know?
No, you know.
Over high.
Yeah. Well, do we
You know
anything?
what? I think whatever she does, this is important.
Yeah.
Whatever she does and wherever she goes, we need to love her and support her and be happy for her no matter what school she goes to, because we know wherever she goes, they will be happy to have her because of the kind of person she is.
To make an impact.
I appreciate
And she's
that.
going to be walking into that school day one with a SBTSR t-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's some visualization.
What is that?
There's some visualization.
Yeah, I saw it.
For you, Erica.
I know, I saw it. Is it going to be orange? What color is Princeton?
It's orange and black.
Is it the orange and black? We got to change
I thought it was pink and purple. I'm thumbing.
Good morning, Erica.
Dominique! What are you doing?
Well, you know how I always look for stories for you every time we come on the show?
I don't know.
And I really enjoy, teaching meditation, and you think, what does meditation have to do with sports and all that fun
Everything.
stuff? Everything, yeah. Well, one of the people that has inspired me my whole life long is Mahatma Gandhi. And he was a big meditator, all right?
But a basketball player.
Haven't heard about that. But do you know what I did just recently read? Never knew this. Okay, so Gandhi first got going with helping people kind of fight for the right of the individual and fight for the right of a poorer class to have the same rights as a more wealthier class. Well, guess what he loved? Football. He loved football.
Football, American football, or
American
everything
football.
else football?
It's down as football. You think it's soccer?
Yeah, it's
okay, it could be the
soccer,
English. All right,
yeah.
soccer.
Is it spelled? How's it spelled?
They spelled it the same, football, which would be soccer if it's coming from England, right?
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, soccer.
Or India.
He, in West Africa, he was responsible for getting the first league for Africans that wasn't run by Europeans for football. So, but his point was, it was really important to play sports. It was really good for your body, and it was really healthy. And so he encouraged it. If you weren't worn out from weeding your garden, you should definitely go play sports. That's how he felt.
Yeah.
So I thought you'd appreciate that.
Nice. Good ad. Thank you. That was really nice.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, we have a new co-host. I mean, I was so excited that she got to make it today, and she accepted. We are very, very blessed. We have expanded PAL, okay? Nothing against Michelle Myring. We have Michelle.
Yep.
Okay, do you have Michelle's check?
It's on the counter. We're going to have to bring it to PAL tomorrow.
It's on the counter. This is a great lead. Okay, we don't have your check, but so I'm supposed to hand you the check right now. It's on the counter. It's I don't know what's doing on the counter. We're going to bring it over to Michelle tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I could have, this is radio. Who would knew? I could have pretended to give you a check, but we never fib on this show. Jessica Ochoa, recreational specialist. When I first met you, okay, I gave you like 3 minutes, right? And that was just horrible.
Yeah.
But it was one of those shows where we did a lot of healing, okay? And were you on that show? You had to have been on that show when you first was
this
here?
a few weeks ago?
Yeah, that was it. That was a big show. That's when Ava came in, right? And it was that show.
Right.
And it was just like, it was one of those kabumpidous shows, I'm going to call it, where we were all kind of, remember that show,
Cocktail.
Dr. D?
Yeah.
It was just kind of, everybody walked in with a story, and it was just hard. And that morning was really, for me, very hard.
Yeah.
I was just, keeping all the plates up in the air, holding space for everybody, and like had to hold. And let me tell you something, I lost it in the parking lot after this show. I'm gonna, surrender to that. And it was just like, wow, because you got to let it out. One of these shows, right? And it's just like, whew. So you didn't get a lot, but I said right after that, man, I just love this woman, right? I mean, doing the lacrosse and setting it up, and I can imagine, man, I would just love to be. You ladies are so blessed to have her, to look up, have her, somebody like her to be able to look up to, to have her. And I'm like, oh God, she's such a queen. So I called, and behind your back, okay, you didn't know I did this, and I said, "Girl, could you think that I did like I did with you? Alexandria, because I'm pointing, and this is radio. Do you think that she would ever consider, to be a co-host?" And she goes, "Absolutely." I go, "Oh!" I was so excited. So you're back, and
Yes,
thank
definitely.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, she wants to be a co-host. So we didn't get a chance to really talk to you. So did you grow up here, Santa
Yes,
Barbara?
I did. So I'm born and raised from Santa Barbara. Went to Santa Barbara High School, Santa Barbara Junior High,
Nice.
and then
Once a Dawn.
always a
There
Don.
you go. I gotta let you guys do your thing about the
Once a
Dawn,
royal,
right?
always a
I
royal.
know. Well, it's not about you right now. Okay. Queens, back down. Okay. So go ahead. Tell us your story.
Yeah, so I graduated from Santa Barbara High School. I did the Cosmetology Academy with SBCC.
I was going to say you have one great skin.
Thank you. Yeah.
seriously.
So I'm a licensed esthetician. After becoming a licensed
Help
esthetician,
me.
I worked at a couple beauty spots, did what I had to do, liked it, and I was like, well, it's time for a change. I came across Michelle again, and they were like, you need to come to PAL, which was great for me because, like I say to everybody that asks me about my job, I was once these girls. So it's really cool to be able to help them and guide them. And after that, I am now going back to school. I am in the SBCC EMT program. So I'm doing that.
Nice. That's really fun. Really fun. Very inspiring.
Now, say again, because for those because I gave you 2 minutes, okay, like what is the chance? I mean, we do have regulars listening to the show. So you came in, I think, third. Was it? Like you had this, contest or whatever, or pulling, how'd that work? Explain that again.
Oh, yeah. So I was in the Santa Barbara Police Explorer post. It is something that we now offer over at PAL for these girls that are more than welcome to do it as well. You do have to be age 14. I did do it from 14. I'm now 21, so I did age out. So you learn the ins and outs of being a police officer. What is it that they really do? Things that people don't see, how stressful it is, and how they just play it off, you know? And it's more of being able to handle certain situations that regular people can't. Being able to have the mentality of, I need to do this for these people and for everybody in our community.
It's almost like mental jujitsu. I mean,
definitely,
there is a way of handling possibly explosive situations with the way that you interact with people. And this is what police officers learn to do. Mm-hmm. They learn to embrace confrontation and use it to transform the family energy so it doesn't explode.
Definitely, exactly.
That's amazing. When you were doing this, I mean, I don't think it's loaded, but you actually have a gun in your hand?
So they give us, they're called simunitions. Almost, picture kind of like paintball, but you will get a welt if you get hit as opposed to a bruise. But it is very intense. So you get the mask on and you go in there, whether it's an active shooter or a hostage rescue, you got to do it.
Wow.
What was that like for you the first time that you did it?
Scary, very scary, very intense, but having the support of the officers that we do and everybody that we have over at PAL, it's more of do it for them, you know, do it for the people that you're saving also.
May I ask you a question?
Of course.
Dr. Energy here. Terry Cooper, marriage and family therapist. Sometimes I forget to say that. And people go, who's Dr. Energy? She doesn't sound all that energetic. You're seeing a side of the police and learning about them and learning and developing a great deal of respect and appreciation for the difficulties, the nobility of the field, the mobility of what they do, the courage that it takes, the centeredness, the dedication. So you're seeing the very best. And I wonder, as you go out into your community, there are people who don't have a very good opinion and sometimes not a good experience with police. So I'm curious what you say to them, to these folks. Do you ever talk to people and share what your perspective and your experience of the police are? And does that ever help to change their perspective on the police per se? If they don't have a positive sense.
It does. It actually does. It also helps a lot. Like I said, I was once these kids. I get it a lot with the children. I wasn't the best kid at all times, you know, and I'm not afraid to say that. I think that's one of the biggest things that needs to be accepted before you try to help others. You know, you have to accept yourself before you can help others. Same thing with telling them, you know, these people aren't out there to attack you. They're out here to help you. When in need, they're the first people that are out there.
In harm's way.
Mm-hmm. Very well
Every
said.
day they come out and they don't know if they're going home at the end of the day.
Yeah.
How many people face that?
Yeah.
And do it with grace, under pressure, and with dedication.
Do they give you any sort of psychological training before you do it, or is it really just an experience that you're doing it?
It's a little bit of both. So we do our training, and it's more of, you know, there's always a place where there is time for errors. And then once you're at the competition, it's more of you have to do it. Remember what you were trained, remember how you were trained, get in there, get it done.
Definitely. Let's put our hands together for the forces out there. Definitely. All right, let's take a break. All right, time to fill up your coffee. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
I just got pointed at, okay, by Alexandria.
What time on Tuesday do you want us to tune in?
Every single. Why are you stuttering?
Tune in every single
Tuesday. Every single Tuesday, 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Yes. Yes,
That's
every
right.
single Tuesday.
And I think also at 11, aren't we? In the
the
evening?
PM. Yeah.
Right, so you can hear us
Twice.
every 12 hours for the next 2 years.
Exactly, 2 times.
Terrific.
There you go. Alexandria, you pointed at me. What's going on?
I was just thinking, I just realized that I had kind of an interesting weekend.
Yes.
So, okay, So I wanted to say that
I bumped into you in the parking lot. That was fun. And you were rolling. You looked great. Remember, I saw you outside of Smart and Final like a week ago.
Oh,
and you were
yeah.
doing some mock trial, was it?
Oh yeah.
Did you kill
We have
him?
mock trial on.
That's what she told you. She was on a donut run.
She was.
Oh,
man,
my God.
I would have pulled up like the white flag. You were just. I looked at you and I'm like, Dominique, she's going to get him.
Where were you? At the
No, we
courthouse?
were. We just had a practice.
Yeah.
So because county's coming up, so
it's nothing.
we're.
Would you tell people again what that looks like?
Sure.
What,
Okay.
what,
Yeah. We
what
can
moot
start out
court
here.
is, you
Yeah.
know?
We can start out here.
So-
She wanted to talk about something else.
No, it's good. I love talking about mock trial.
Okay.
So basically, for those that don't know, mock trial is high school. It's even a middle school program that gives students a case packet, and there's an argument for the prosecution, argument for the defense. There's a pretrial motion that's also can be made, and you basically have people that appear at a court as attorneys and appear as witnesses, and there's a bailiff, etc.
So these are people playing those roles.
Right, high school students.
Okay.
So,
and are they trained to do that? Do they know what to
Yeah.
say so it appears to be authentic?
Correct. So we have attorney coaches. We have a teacher coach too. They've all been attorneys at some point and practicing. And we meet several times a week and go over that so it sounds authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are you planning to be an attorney? Is that why you...
Overruled. I'm just practicing.
good objection. Good objection.
I object, Your Honor. This woman is leading the witness.
That's definitely something I'd like to do, and I'd love to do prison reform or immigration or environmental law. So
You have to be courageous to do it. Dedicated for the environmental and the other two courageous, because those are not easy fields to be in legally.
Yeah, they are.
You know, I want to make a plug for all kids, if they have an opportunity to do a mock trial, to do it. Because at some point, you're going to end up in a courtroom for something, whether it's defending yourself on a traffic ticket or something. And we are a government for the people, by the people. And so we're talking about normal people. Our court system is set up for, as individuals, to be able to have due process. So it's important to participate in things like this so we understand how our government works.
Yeah, and it's not, totally authentic. They're not going to give you the Constitution and ask you to memorize it unless you're in pretrial. Woohoo. But anyway, no, it's been fun. But it definitely exposes you to being in the courtroom, public speaking, and anybody on our team will tell you that it's the best team experience. I mean, they were asking us yearbook quotes, and that's what everybody was saying, because you're working so hard with these people, and just like with sports, you have to be really motivated to push each other, and everyone's so invested. It's even a little different than sports because it's academic, so you're trying your brain and in a different way than sports does. So it's been really a great opportunity, and everybody on there enjoys it so much. So
who trains you in this?
So our coaches are Mr. Orrin, who's our teacher, Barry Capello is one of our attorney coaches, and Hillary Dozer, who used to be a DA.
I see. So they're actually in the field, and do they volunteer their time, or they do this?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
We were fortunate enough to have Mr. Capello and Mr. Dozer join this past, or not this year, but the year before that, because both of their kids do mock trial. But before that, we also had Mr. Levinson, Marianne Weiss, who've all made amazing contributions to our program too.
That's really true.
So who comprises? Oh, big word for me. Your team.
New York Al.
There you go.
Comprises.
Exactly. I'm trying to be big now. So who's on your team?
We have 30 students on our team.
Wow.
So there's we have a varsity team and a JV team kind of situation, which is the first thing we've done in several years, 4 years actually, and it's been great. yeah, with just all different types of people.
Okay, so what did you want to talk about?
Before you do that, are you allowed to plead out?
What do you mean by plea?
In the mock trial. In other words, I don't want to face a trial. I want to plead and get a deal. Okay, because I'm going to ask Your Honor to give us a continuance so I have time to file my briefs with the prosecution.
Got it. So you're asking for a settlement.
Did you really believe a word of what he just said?
No, but that's okay.
Because it was really not consistent.
Big words now. Sorry, I keep looking at the time like, oh, maybe I should stop talking. But okay, I'll keep going. So I'm happy to. So basically you can. It's just your set of facts that you have, and you have to go with it. And I think that a lot of people go into the program not thinking they want to do law and come out thinking, wow, this is actually something that might interest me.
Even if they don't, they're learning critical thinking.
Yeah, exactly. And it's something that you can use in any class, honestly.
It adapts to anything that you're doing. Critical thinking is necessary for success, I think, in anything that you do.
Yeah.
And I think this prepares you well for that.
And there's nothing like having an argument that you have to present and thinking on your feet and having a judge ask you questions or having somebody object to something you just asked and having to do that publicly and being scored while you're doing that. It's really challenging mentally, and it's been really a great opportunity for public speaking.
Thank you for sharing that.
There's something about this experience, and also with playing on a team sport where you're playing your best game and then you lose, or you're doing your case and then you lose, and being able to metabolize the fact that you are so vested in winning, and then you have to settle up with what the result is and move on. That's an incredible learning experience.
And mock trial is a little different too, because it's not scored, I guess, on if you win or not, just because the case is normally leaning on the defense, the pretrial motion normally leans towards the prosecution, etc. But it is leaned on your presentation. So even if you're not gaining like the law knowledge necessarily, you are gaining huge presentation awareness. A lot of people who are successful in mock trial are people that participate in theater acting programs. So
nice.
It definitely, I've used all my acting background.
Nice.
And now you're ready to work for We the People.
Yeah. Preamble.
There you go.
There.
All right, can you tell us, do you have a big story about your weekend, or we had
no, this is a few weekends ago, I guess, but I just saw it at the film festival, which was really amazing. And I went to the Virtuoso Award. I had friends that went to the directors panel, and honestly, the tickets are not that expensive, and I think it's a great opportunity to be exposed to the best films and the best filmmakers and the best actors of our time. And I think a lot of people take advantage of it, but I think that it could be taken advantage of in more ways. And you learn so much just by going to those of, if you're an actor or not, just the way that they prepare for those roles, or they come up with those ideas and how they're symbolic of what's going on.
What would be
now.
a good age? Would be good for these for guests in the house right now?
I think there's a lot of different events that you would go to. It depends on your age range, but if you seek some out, they even play films that are for younger audiences or older audiences. So just checking that out. Santa Barbara provides so many.
You weren't looking at me when you said older audiences.
No, I wasn't looking at anyone.
I think he was staring at me. I don't know.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but there's great opportunities in Santa Barbara is my point. So we have to take advantage of what our community provides us.
Which is the best community, because SP is strong.
Woo!
We're back strong right now, right?
Have you seen the weather today? It was like God said, I'm making up for the mudslides. I'm making up for the fire. It was stunning today. Beautiful.
We've held hands, and we are coming back big time strong. And everybody out there, put hands together for the first responders. Can't say enough for everybody out there. Now we're just, we're healing, and it's going to take some time. But again, we're doing our thing. All right, we're being kind and we're being grateful. So let's take a break. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
You know, if you haven't checked it out on Teen Sports Radio, I just put up a video. CSUN, which is it's the Cal State Northridge. What they're doing is they're expanding their stadium. And Dominique and I don't know how many months ago was. What was it? How many months ago? We put 50 kids on a bus with Bill Pintard. Thank you, with the Forrester bus. Put your hands together. So we were blessed enough, and we took care of some kids.
It was right before Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. So finally they did this big editing and movie directed and everything like this, and they put it up. So a little clip, I put it on Facebook, and it was really kind of funny because it's a huge thing. What we're trying to do is we're going to Spiller CSUN group. We're on the advisory board, Dominique and myself, to raise money, and we're calling, it's a nonprofit that was created called Home Field for Champions, and we want to build this wing to support all the kids down there, because baseball really pretty much has gotten into like I don't know how many billions, but it's a pay for play. We want the kids in the community that do not have that money to pay these $800-900 camps. We want them just to be able to go to a free wing of this stadium and just to be able to participate in the game for no cost. So that's what the Home Field for Champions is all about. So we're all on board on this, doing everything we can. So they finally put this video together. This is the hysterical part. Beep, fast forward. So we were interviewed. Okay, so it's one of the moms, and it's Isaac's woman from Michelleville. Okay, with her son that we took down there, Dominique and myself. So I was interviewed. I go through everything. Bam, boom, boom. I think I knock it out of the park, right? Dominique pretty much summarizes everything I say in 6 seconds. In that 6 seconds, it was the most powerful 6 seconds where I just stared at her in awe. Michelle just nodded her head, and that's the 6 seconds.
Yeah, she does that.
She banged it out. That's the 6 seconds they used in the film. It was awesome. So I call it the stare and nod. Erica stared, and Michelle nodded, and Dominique, you killed it. Dominique Hackett is in the film. That's all I care. So you had mentioned, she is the. I don't know. What are you exactly? You're like she just does in short words.
What comes out of her mouth is generated from a sincere, loving heart.
Oh,
and when she comes from that place of centered awareness and kindness and heart, beauty is among us.
Yeah. I guess my flash was too much.
It's the truth.
It was awesome.
That's so sweet. Well, part of the beauty is among us is our guests that are here with us today.
Nice segue.
Do you want to introduce our guests?
Yeah, so I have Wendy Burgoyne and Neftali Magallanes that
Nice! Yay! All right, so when you look at these smiles, I love it. Then nobody can see but us.
But you're saying I have. Tell them, are they with PAL? Explain to us.
And then when you get on the mic, say your name before you start talking. So there you go. Yeah, exactly.
They are a part of PAL. They both come into our tutoring program straight after school. They get their homework done, and then they get to hang out, have their snacks.
Nice.
And we're there for them.
Nice. Okay, so say your name first.
That's great.
Hello, my name is Wendy Burgoyne, and every day from when I come back, when I go get out of school, I go straight to the tutor room so I could finish my homework. All the tutors there, they're all generous, and some of them are even doing school too, and they just come and help us. And usually I have a lot of homework, so mostly the whole time I'm in there. And sometimes I take breaks just to go get snacks or get a drink of water. And they're just always there for us. Every time we need them or we need someone to talk to, we go and talk to them. And we, like me and my friend Neftali, we both go to the same school.
What school is that?
Notre Dame School.
Where is that?
It's in...
near Our Lady of Sorrows.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I know what
And tell me again, which grade were you in?
I'm in 8th.
8th grade. Awesome. What's your favorite subject?
Social studies.
Nice.
Yeah.
And which subject do you have the tutors help you with the most?
Math.
Math. So you're recommending PAL if you need help on your homework. You're saying come to the program.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I heard that Michelle Meyering sometimes bakes cookies and so forth for snacks. Is that true?
Yeah, true.
Awesome. And so express to your friends who haven't been there yet, say, come to PAL.
Yeah.
How did you find it? How did you learn about the program and decide to take it on and experience it?
Well, my cousin first went, and his parents, my uncle and my aunt, told my parents. So that's when I started joining in, because I wasn't doing very good at school.
Have your grades got up since you started?
Yeah, it has.
Sure.
That's awesome. What's your favorite subject?
I don't really have one, but
Because you love them all or you don't like any of them? Which one is it?
probably maybe English.
Is that your
Nice.
favorite?
Yeah, or spelling.
Excellent. Excellent. Do any of you ladies play sports?
Yeah,
Which one?
we play basketball.
Ooh,
I
basketball.
was in the volleyball team when I first started there in 4th grade. We were the first place champions of all private schools.
Wow. Congratulations. What position?
Varsity.
Varsity. And
What position did you play when you played volleyball? Were you outside hitter, or did you guys do indoor or outdoor?
Outdoor.
Okay, so you just had two people, or did you just rotate?
We rotate.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Fantastic.
I played volleyball in junior high. Really liked it.
Okay, let's do this. We have a lot of show left, but let's take a little break because Dr. D said, hey, I got some commercials I want everybody to hear. This is Erica Salda, the queen of teen, will be back with a lot more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
All right, so you guys, you end up going to PAL, and the grades all of a sudden start going up. So tell me why. So because the grades, I mean, I don't know, maybe you were in a situation where you were going to school and going home, and you were just not in a situation where you were doing your homework because you were, I don't know, not in an area where it was, surrounded with. I know Michelle Meyering's brownies are amazing. I don't know. I'm just saying because, man, I'd be going for those brownies because I see them. You know what I mean? No, or you have structure. Maybe is it the structure? What is it?
Oh,
Say your name.
This is Wendy.
Hey, Wendy!
And yeah, I wasn't the brightest kid in my class.
First of all, say I'm a genius. Say it right now.
I'm a genius.
Because you are. Look at that face.
And
Never cut yourself down. The only person who could cut yourself down, nobody could cut yourself down, right? Nobody, right? You're the therapist, right?
Absolutely.
Never do.
You never want to give ammunition to anybody else.
Exactly.
Or
Yeah.
tell them to how to view you as less than you are. When you say that, you invite people to see you that way.
Yeah. Life's a mirror.
Yeah.
I say you're beautiful. Man, when she grows up, right? Look at the skin. She's got good skin, right? You're the esthetician, right? All right, go ahead. Look at that face. When she smiles, right? The whole everything. You don't even need lights in here. Turn off the lights. Let Wendy smile. That's what I say. All right.
And in my house, my mom wasn't really around because she'll go to school too, and because she didn't finish.
Because she's a genius. There's a lot of smart people in that house.
Yeah, and usually I didn't really care about my grades.
Right.
I'm just homework wasn't a big deal for me because if I get it done, I don't care if it was right or wrong.
Right, just fill in the blank.
Yeah.
I got you.
And then I saw all my friends going to PAL, and then my mom has been telling me go, and then I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna wait another year because when I was 11, I knew about it, but I didn't want to go.
Right.
because it said teens, and I'm like, I'm gonna be like the youngest one there.
Right.
But there's a lot of different age groups there, and then you make different friends you thought you'll never make. And like when I started going there, I saw a difference in my grades. My grades started going up, and I thought like they'll never go up.
Aw.
Yeah, and like they pushed me. The tutors there pushed me, and yeah, they helped
Did
you.
they push you or did they encourage you?
They encouraged me.
No,
We don't want to scare people off.
Jumped her. That's what happens.
You go to PAL, if you don't do it right, they'll smack you.
That's it. That's how it is. Let's get to the bottom of this.
And like they say, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your train of thought, but like they say, if you're in a really healthy relationship, for example, your grade goes up and etc. because you're in a better mood.
Right.
So if you're surrounding yourself around positive people that are encouraging you and can give you the support that you might not otherwise have for whatever reason, then obviously you're going to see a difference. So that environment is like that, right? You guys feel really positive. How is it when you go in? Is it just the tutors that are encouraging? Are there other students that are encouraging your age?
Other students, we all help each other, and then we're like, mostly all of us are like a family. Like we all care for each other, and
Say your name first.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I know I'm a pain when I say that. Say your name. Gotta make a song out of that.
This is Neftali.
Neftali. I love that name. I'm gonna go Google it.
Is it a combination of names in your family? I have not heard that name before.
No, actually, mine's the only different one because my siblings have like my brother Renee and my little sister Abigail. Mine's like the unusual one. But
Do you like your name?
at some points, yeah, some points, no.
Do you have a nickname?
No, I do not.
Neftali. Okay.
It's always good to have a unique name because it makes you stand out. And,
That's right.
you know, I would know that because I have an extra eye that happens to always throw people off, but it works out.
My name's actually from the Bible.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's just spelled differently.
From the Old Testament and the New Testament?
That's Old Testament.
It's Old Testament?
Yeah.
Neftali?
Yeah, it's supposed to be spelled Nephat.
Neftali. Oh, Neftali.
It's Hebrew.
It's Hebrew.
That's where I got it right
It's
here.
Hebrew.
You should have known that.
Terry Cooper.
Yeah, Neftali. Well, she said Neftali. When she
figured
said
it out.
Neftali, I got it.
That's it. Okay. All right.
It means matzo ball.
It means matzo ball.
You know what it means? Awesome. It does. It means awesome, charming, smooth talker who can get anyone to believe what he wants them to. Yo! I like it.
No wonder you like English. You're cultivating your golden tongue.
That's it. She's a lawyer. That's it.
Well, what is it? The moot? What do you call it? That you do mock
trial.
Mock trial. Here you come. Let's see. So I wonder. You
You're
said
one of Jacob's sons. I don't know if you want me to go deep into this or not. I'm really reading, and I don't read. So for me, this is speed reading right now for you.
So if you've wanted to be someone's son, now you know you are.
I think it's a good era to be a woman.
I think it is absolutely. It's a very good time to be a woman. Yeah. So you said when you went in, you didn't think you were very smart. With the assistance that you got and the encouragement that you got, did you shift your opinion of your potential and your capability, both of you?
Yeah.
Okay. So it isn't necessarily what you come in inherently with. It's what the encouragement and inspiration and tutoring and coaching can do to show you that you have infinite potential. So I'm glad you had that exposure.
Do you guys find that you developed any other new interests? Like, I know we were talking about lacrosse or, volleyball, anything like that you found that you enjoyed after participating in this program?
Yeah. This is Wendy, and I've joined.
Smart you were. You didn't even. I don't have to tell you one time.
And when I started there, I thought just getting my homework done and go home. Like I'll call my mom, but I've been going to a lot of programs there at PAL. There's flamenco, wilderness, musicology, jiu-jitsu,
bold and gold.
But next semester is girl self-defense is coming back.
Yeah.
I was like on all of them, but like I was focusing on more of my studies, so they started going down. So I'm right now I'm in musicology and wilderness, and yeah.
So is that music of the desert?
No. It's you.
In musicology, you have like choices. Like there's like different instruments that they can teach you, like guitar, bass, piano. There's even voice lessons. And yeah.
Sounds wonderful. I take vocals for that.
You going to sing for us tonight before you leave?
Next time you come on the show, I got to bring sunglasses with that beautiful smile. Let's take a break. Somebody kicked me. I'm getting kicked now. That's how. What? Did you kick me?
No, but I'll do it now.
This is my bad leg.
Oh, is this your bad leg?
This is fine.
I'm healing it. I'm healing it with tapping.
Put your hand on the leg. Okay. Let's take a break, and you can put more hands on me. All right, I'll talk to you after break. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen, and we'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
All right.
Feeling the energy.
It's big energy going on.
Woo!
Terry Cooper's got classes going on. That's why I wanted her to finish up with what you do. Look kind of tired. Did you sleep last night?
I'm old, Erica.
No, you're young and hot.
No, I'm not.
No, yeah.
That rhymes.
No.
Thank you, by the way. Can I say something, though? Thank you for all of, you don't talk about yourself ever, but thank you for all of the services that you did for helping out. You never talk about yourself, and you did definitely perform.
That's because you never give me the opportunity.
I know. Shut up, Erica.
We're here. We're busy talking about you for you.
There you go.
Right? Don't I? Do I not? I always talk about you. Don't listen to the show.
Yes, I do.
But then you've been
single Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know that in the middle of the night I'll wake up and go, every single Tuesday.
Seriously. I bet you.
And I wonder, where's that coming
I see.
from?
Erica.
It's the queen in my head.
Yeah, that's it. No, you're a queen. You're the queen. So anyway, I love you, and it's
So
kind of.
You want me to talk about that?
No, I want you to.
Back to school?
Well, SBCC, the classes and everything that you're doing with the adult education and so forth, they're so worthy. They're just wonderful.
But I want to thank you for all the extra that you did over the last couple of months.
Thanks.
You did reach out, and you did provide a lot of help and healing to those in need of it. And thank you. And you did that pro bono, and I love you for that. And you did help a lot of people.
Terry's giving me the. I need to get used to this.
Yeah, I love you for that. So thank you. That's all I got to say. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now and talk about your classes.
We often get so much more. I think it's self-evident, but we get so much more out of giving than what the person may get something from our giving, but what we get out of it as a sense of having a place where we matter in the world and where we can make a difference in the world. That's such a gift to be given, for someone to have the generosity of spirit of allowing you and trusting you with their vulnerability. Yeah. So I wanted to mention the class that I'm teaching now because we now once again at the Adult Ed, which is now called the School of Extended Learning, have free classes again. For years we didn't have them. And now we have some classes that once again people can come to fee-free. And so it's exciting for me because once again I'm able to teach an 8-week course, and it's a nice, healthy amount of time we have. We have 2 hours and 40 minutes a class, and it's totally free to the people of Santa Barbara. And so I'm really enjoying the in-depth experience once again of being able to offer that. And I'm teaching a course in intuition development. It's called Honing the Intuitive Edge. And it just teaches people about their potential and the ability to expand their awareness, their perceptions, and their abilities beyond conventional thinking. So it's always very exciting for me to watch that development. Yeah.
Good.
I don't know if you ladies realize it, but you were following your intuition to go to PAL. I mean, people gave you some information, but until you felt that draw in your heart, okay, I'm going to risk it and take a chance on this, that's following your intuition.
That's right. That's right.
Along with that, I'd like to add one thing that I heard from Michelle that I will never forget is that will go with kind of what you do. She said, you can't teach someone to care. And that hit me really, like it hit home really hard. I was, like I said before, I was these kids. So you can't have just anybody come in and try to tell them you need to do your homework because you're worth more, because they won't believe it. Like, you don't believe stuff until you know that they care.
And when they care, they give you the space to discover what's
Yourself.
in you, to discover yourself. Yeah. So, great.
Yeah, the guidance when you're going to a really safe place. I mean, we're all. The whole DNA thing. You know, I just look at it as far as spirit goes. We are all one. You know, I mean, I am so close. Like Terry, you know, when you meet somebody, you just know you know them. You know, and that's why when I came up to Santa Barbara and I walked onto the Westmont campus after almost getting run over by a bicycle at UCSB, I just knew Westmont was my place. And I knew when I graduated, I was never going to leave here. I mean, the vibration here in Santa Barbara, we are so strong. We are one. We're going to get through everything. So I was going to say, Santa Barbara, be kind. God bless. See you next week.